Well, guys, it's August already. Can you believe can you believe that the year is almost over? Yeah, only 4 more months to go. Yeah, you can tell I'm terrible at math. Yeah, only 4 more months to go and it'll be a brand new year. Can't believe it. Anyways, for August's video, actually August is going to have 2 videos. I'm going to be uploading 2 videos to my channel for August because I finally got a 3rd copy, yes, my 3rd attempt, of Windows XP Professional to install as a commemoration for Windows XP's 20th anniversary in a few weeks. Now, this may also be a bootleg. It definitely looks, the printing is high quality, if I can get it in focus there. The coloring looks correct, but the certificate of authenticity, which I'm going to not show the product key because I actually am going to try to activate it. There's some things about this COA that make me a little suspicious, i.e. the lack of the OEM software logo branding underneath the where it says Windows XP Professional. But we'll see. If this is a bootleg copy of XP, I give up on installing XP with original installation media. I'm sorry, but I already got 1 bootleg copy of XP and 1 with a damaged disc, which you'll see. Well, actually, I just gave it away. I didn't mean to spoil that, but I'll leave this in the video unedited just because for grins and giggles. But yeah, basically the copy of XP Home Edition I got was a legitimate copy, but the disc is damaged, so I can't use it to install Windows. But I may have acquired a laptop today that may be our test subject for Windows XP's 20th anniversary. I went to the thrift store today here in New Jersey, at least the one down in North Plainfield, and I found I actually picked up a couple items. One was a gift for my best friend from high school, which will be covered maybe in a later video. I don't know, maybe not. But also this. Yep, the thrift store I usually go to is notorious for having old laptops, and today was no exception. So let's take a look at what we got. I already took the price sticker off, but if you're curious, I paid $10 for this laptop. It was on sale, except the thrift store was not accepting credit cards today, so I had to pay with cash. Yes, I do still carry cash on me. Yes, I'm old school. Say I'm old-fashioned. Say I'm over the hill. Just like Bob Seger would say. But anyways, let's take a look at what we got. I'm sure many of you who grew up in the 90s and early 2000s will recognize this CalBlock logo here. Yep, we got a Gateway laptop, ladies and gentlemen. Did not get the power adapter with it. There was a power adapter at the thrift store, but it was not the correct adapter. But I think I may have a power adapter that will work with this laptop right here, and I just knocked some papers onto the floor. And there's my mother calling, so let me pause the video and I will be right back. Alright, I'm back. Sorry about that. My mom just needed something from me and we were on the phone for 45 minutes. That's what happens when you get to be my age. You gotta take care of your folks. Anyways, so back to the laptop I picked up today. So I paid about $10 for this at the thrift store. And we have a Gateway laptop here. This is, where is it? The Gateway 450 SX4. And I believe I do have a power adapter for it. So we'll see if this thing is actually good. What am I trying to say here? Is actually functional. There we go. But first, let's take a look at the ports. This is the left-hand side. We have TRS jacks for microphone in, line in, and audio out. IEEE 1394 FireWire 400. 2 USB 2.0 ports, one of which is broken. As you can see, it's missing the little header in there. 2 PCMCIA Type 2 slots and 1 Type 3. On the front, just the latch. Right-hand side, just the DVD drive, which is nice to have, especially on a laptop like this. And around the back are where the rest of the ports are, as they should be. DC in jack, composite input. Now that's actually nice, because if I wanted to, I could actually, or is that, no, I'm sorry, that's composite output. I'm sorry, never mind, that's composite output. I was going to say, for a second I thought it was composite input. I'm like, wait a minute, what am I saying? I was going to say, can I connect my Xbox to this thing? I'm still breaking your Xbox. What, Kyle? No. Okay, sorry. Enough with the South Park. Let's continue. 56K modem, 10100 Ethernet, PS2 mouse port. It's also a keyboard port, although it's green. DB25 parallel, RS232 serial, 15-pin VGA with the screws like it should be, and that is about it for the ports. So we'll go ahead and open this thing up. We'll take a look at the inside. So we got, looks like a 12-inch display here. And this camera still will not focus on anything when it's zoomed in. I have no idea why. Like I said, I cleaned the lens, and it still will not focus. So I don't get it. We have a 10-keyless keyboard here. The keycaps, this is with a rather large space bar. The keycaps don't have that much wear on them. We've got, let me just hold it up to the camera so it's easier to see. Got the power button here, email button, internet button, help button, and I guess that's your Microsoft account. Well, before they called it a Microsoft account, who knows. Trackpad down here with normal clicky left and right mouse buttons, and of course one of the scrolling buttons, which I do not like, but besides the point. So without further ado, let's go ahead and get this thing powered up. And we'll see if there's actually anything installed on the hard drive. We'll see if there's an operating system on here. And we'll see if this laptop even works. So here we go. Plug in the power. Boot it up, and we'll zoom in so you guys can see. Hopefully when something comes on screen, the camera will focus. F2 for setup. And the CMOS battery looks like it's dead, which is no surprise. Hopefully this just takes a standard CR2032 battery. This camera just will not focus. I have no idea why. I just cleaned the lens not that long ago, and it just will not focus on anything when zoomed in. And I don't have manual focus on here either, so that sort of sucks. Okay, I think I got it. There we go. Okay, so the date, it thinks it's 1988, it looks like, so let's change that. I can actually replace the CMOS battery in here, so today, we'll just set it to today's date, which is August the 7th. Won't worry about the time. For some reason it says there's a diskette drive here, but there's no floppy diskette drive on this system. Looks like we got a 40 gig hard drive. Now interestingly, this says it's a CD-ROM drive, which is interesting. Go to system info, we got a Pentium 4, 1.7 gigahertz, 512 megs of RAM total, 32 megs of VRAM, always nice. Doesn't say what kind of video card we've got in here, so we'll have to see when we get into Windows. TV mode, NTSC, there's 512 megs of RAM, quick boot mode is enabled, quiet boot mode is also enabled, plug and play, got legacy USB support, large disk access mode for DOS. Yeah, as if you would need DOS on a computer like this. Thankfully no passwords have been set. Alright, let's go ahead and save our changes and we'll boot into the operating system, if there's even an OS on here. The fans are quite loud, but this being a Pentium 4 is no surprise, because Pentium 4s generally run pretty hot, so no matter what environment they're used in. Alright, so there's the Gateway logo. This is probably nostalgia to a lot of you. My parents' first computer was a Gateway, actually. Back when they were still called Gateway 2000, before they just went to being Gateway. And they bought their computer the year I was born, in 1997. and it was a Gateway 2000, Windows 95 OSR2, Pentium MMX CPU. I think it was like a 133 megahertz Pentium MMX, 64 megs of RAM, 2 gigabyte hard drive, Windows 95 OSR2, and a Sound Blaster sound card. I remember my uncle installed that, Uncle Arthur, my mentor and closest relative, installed that so they'd get better sound performance. And then we had a Gateway one of those all-in-one desktops that had XP. So this brings back some very pleasant memories of that, and also seeing the Windows XP logo. This computer does have a COA for Windows XP Home Edition, so we'll see if that is indeed what is on this computer. But it looks like there is an OS on here. Now place your bets. How much are you willing to bet that the hard drive is not wiped? Come on, what do you think? Because I'm pretty sure this hard drive is going to have a bunch of personal data on it. As is the case whenever I buy a laptop from the thrift store. Looks like no passwords were set. Looks like they got a cursor. The cursor's been changed. You can see it's got the translucent cursor there. Ooh, this might be the original installation of Windows. If that's the case, your virus definitions are out of date. Yeah, don't remind me again. I don't care. What was that even from? Oh, no, not Symantec. Well, I'm definitely reformatting because I do not want Symantec antivirus on there. Symantec is absolute trash. It's based on Norton, just for those who don't know. Battery showing 0%, although it does say it's charging, so that's a good thing. No. No, I don't want this. I don't want this. Go away. I don't want to scan the computer now. Get out of here. There we go. At least it's not McAfee. Look at the bright side. Alright, let's go into the system properties and see what we got. Now, this actually might be the original installation. This may be the original installation. Look at that. Windows XP Home Edition, Service Pack 3. Not registered to anybody, but if this is the original installation, that's understandable. Pentium 4 mobile, 1.7 gigahertz, 512 megs of RAM. Looking good. Looking very nice. Just readjust the camera here. Yeah, that's always a nice touch. Computer name is the description is Princess. The computer name is Princess, and the work group is School. Well, it's Windows XP, so you can't join a domain. So, System Restore is on. Automatic updates are turned on. The username is Princess, and there's a picture of someone's cat there. I don't know how well you guys can see. What we got in programs? Yeah, we have all the original Gateway utilities on here. We got PC Doctor. We have a DVD player. Looks like they had a wireless card on here. Bazooka scanner. AIM was on here. Who remembers that? Looks like they had an HP printer on here. Interactual. I haven't seen that in at least a decade, man. Wow. Java 2. LavaSoft AdAware. Oh, man. Back in the 2000s. Let me zoom in so you guys can see that a little bit better. But yeah, LavaSoft AdAware was on here. Microsoft Works is on here. Not sure. Let's see wonder what version. Where's Works word processor? You kidding me? This doesn't have word processor on it? Oh, we'll launch spreadsheet. We'll launch Works spreadsheet, I guess. Looks like Works version 9. Never really used Microsoft Works. What version of Works do we have? Microsoft Works 6.0 from 2000. Muy interesante. Mehanienet meod. Yes, ken ani medaber ivrit. But I'll continue in English because I know many of my viewers probably don't speak Hebrew. So, Real Player was on here. Roxio, Spybot. Oh man, the nostalgia. I had a lot of this stuff on my computer back in 2000 whatever, when this was new, like 2008, 2007, 2008. Got Word. It looks like we got an Office suite on here, or at least Word. Looks like Word XP. There's some recent documents, but I don't remember. I didn't see any personal documents on the desktop. Oh yeah, there's a Spider Solitaire save file. Yeah, it looks like they cleaned out most of their personal documents, so at least they tried to wipe their hard drive. Looks like they had iTunes installed on here at one point. Yeah, this is Word, I think this is Word 2002, right? Yeah, Microsoft Word 2002. Not registered to anybody, but interesting. Close out of that. We'll go into, oh, they already opened MS Info 32. Maybe they were planning to sell this computer on eBay. For some reason I can't get into MS Info 32. There we go. I guess I just didn't hit enter. Maybe I hit cancel by mistake. There we go. So pause the video if you want to read any of that. I'll zoom in a little bit more so you can see. If you want to read any of that information, go ahead and pause the video. I want to see what kind of, it looks like I want to see what kind of video card we have, because that will be interesting to see. So let me find display. ATI Mobility M6. Wow. That's pretty good for for a laptop from around this time period. 32 megs of VRAM. I saw that in the BIOS. We may have to get some games on here, because for an XP laptop, I definitely want to install some of my childhood games that don't run well on anything higher than XP. So, all right, well that's good. Has the battery made any charge progress? It has not. So that battery is probably hopelessly dead, but I'm going to be wiping this computer anyways, so. And like I said, this is just the introduction video for this laptop. I'm not actually going to be, doing any wiping the drive. Looks like they had a file share on here, shared documents. They have a shared folder, 40 gig hard disk. But this does appear to be the original installation of Windows. And actually, I'll show you something I learned. If we go to the root of the C drive and type dir whack A whack P and look for system volume information, August 16th, 2007, I don't think so. This laptop for a penny, by 2007 they were not using Pentium 4 mobile processors in laptops, so I'm willing to bet, so maybe they reinstalled Windows from the original recovery CDs on that date, because there is absolutely no way that this computer was, there's absolutely no way that this computer was, was manufactured in 2007 for a Pentium 4 mobile, and judging by the aesthetics of the computer, the aesthetics, there is no way this was made in 07. So they probably just reinstalled Windows at some point. So. But at least they had Firefox on here, so, well, I may use this laptop to install this copy of Windows XP Professional on, this copy right here. But if I do that, I'm probably going to upgrade the hard drive and the RAM, because I'm going to go out on a limb and say this. I am a sucker when it comes to preserving OEM pre-installations of Windows, especially XP and Vista, and even earlier versions like Windows 95, 98, Millennium. I just like to preserve those installations so that people can see how much bloatware you got when you bought a new PC back then. So, since this has and the other reason is because I'm probably not going to be keeping XP Pro on there. I'm probably going to, but we'll see. I mean, I'll see if I can hunt down the drivers. I might keep XP Pro on here, but it would be nice to keep the original hard drive. That way, because with XP Home Edition, because I never really used XP Home Edition very much. I mean, my Dell Dimension 4600C, my second computer, came pre-installed with XP Home, but after I got my first Vista desktop, I never used XP Home Edition. I always used either Professional, Media Center Edition, or Tablet PC Edition. In fact, I don't have any installation media for Home Edition anymore, but it'll be interesting to play with on this laptop. I see they got the Silver Luna theme enabled, so yeah, this is definitely a nice laptop, and I definitely would like to do some experiments with it. I'm really curious to see if the battery is still good, because yeah, it's still showing 0%, but what I'll do is I'll leave this laptop plugged in overnight, because the battery probably dropped below its minimum charge threshold. So if that's the case, if it's able to recover and reach its minimum charge threshold, the battery may start charging again. And if this battery is still good, I'll give props to Gateway. Anyways, I think that's a good place to end off the video here. So, thank you guys for watching. If you enjoyed this video, be sure to give it a thumbs up. They help out a lot. Subscribe if you want to see more. And I'll catch you guys in the next video, and we will probably be doing an installation commemoration of Windows XP for its 20th anniversary on this very laptop. So, for now, peace out. Take care, everyone. Happy Labor Day a little early, and take it from there. Take care.